So this is Trimley Marshes Nature Reserve. It was created as compensatory habitat for the latest phase of dock expansion in the early 1990s. It's about 77 hectares of open water and reed bed, really important site for various bird species. So I think biodiversity net gain is relevant to three main groups. First of all, conservation NGOs, and we do a lot of work for wildlife trusts and others in delivering the physical habitat creation and ongoing management. Then also for landowners who are providing land for that, and in some cases we're helping create large biodiversity net gain initiatives where they can be done at scale and very cost effectively. And then thirdly, the developers, where again we're acting for a number of developers looking to secure solutions to deliver both on-site and off-site biodiversity net gain.
Biodiversity net gain is part of the Environment Act, which requires developers to deliver a minimum of 10% biodiversity net gain, and they can do this by creating habitat or enhancing habitat on their development site, but also off-site.
In Scotland, we've had the new National Planning Framework introduced, NPF4, and that has mandated a requirement on developers to secure positive effects for biodiversity. So as a result of NPF4 and specifically Policy 3 within that legislation, developers are now required to deliver a biodiversity net gain.
We're moving more towards a biodiversity enhancement approach and away from a mitigation-only approach. So under NPF4, all major and national developments, as well as all developments that require an EIA, will have to submit evidence to the local authorities of how they will achieve significant biodiversity enhancement on site, as well as evidence of using best practice assessment methods. It's beginning to mirror the net gain approach used down south, with the focus on enhancement of biodiversity.
There are huge benefits for developers to delivering biodiversity net gain. Where they're doing so on site, they're going to enhance the quality of their development, they're going to make it a nicer place for people to live and work. And where they can't deliver it on site and they're compelled to do it off site, well, that's where they're going to really add value strategically and at a regional level to nature networks and to the conservation of wildlife in their local region.
You wouldn't actually think it standing in this really nice nature reserve, but just over that hill is the development that actually funded the creation of this, 10 million square feet of logistics space.
So this is the latest extension to the Daventry International Rail Freight Terminal. What was here before that meant it was necessary to create this habitat?
So this was actually the old Rugby radio station site. So it was a brownfield site with things like open mosaic habitat and great crested newts. But what they've replaced it with is a whole range of different new habitat types, including this open water and wet grassland, which has already been colonised by some really interesting wading bird species.
So we've created a variety of biodiverse habitats, including grasslands. You can see the hedgerows and the woodland in the background there as well. This is all generating biodiversity units, and these are available for local developers to purchase these units as offsetting to their developments. We've been working really closely with Cambridgeshire County Council, who own this site, and this is to develop an innovative biodiversity net gain scheme here, providing a solution to local developers to secure their biodiversity units from this nature reserve site. The Lower Valley Farm scheme has the potential to deliver more than 1,000 biodiversity units, and that's available for many local developers to secure their offsetting needs from. One of the first transactions here is with Cambridgeshire South Station, and it really shows that it will be the pivotal moment for more developers to be able to join on and support this scheme in creating this landscape scale nature reserve.